What do you do when a storm hits and your animals are all you've got? For livestock farmers across the globe, this question isn't abstract, it's a raw, lived experience. Every season brings new risks, and when disaster strikes, there's no time to wait. In March 2019, a bomb cyclone devastated Nebraska. Charles Miller, a cattle rancher in his 60s, had just hours to act before floodwaters swallowed his fields. The cows were calving, he remembers. You don't abandon your animals, not ever. He spent the night guiding them to higher ground by flashlight, soaked to the bone but refusing to give up. This farming documentary starts here, not in statistics or reports, but in the real-life moments when farmers risk everything to protect what they've built. And it's not just Nebraska. Ranchers in Argentina suffer years-long drought. Australian farmers face bushfires so fierce they must open their gates and hope animals escape. In Pakistan and Bangladesh, monsoons wash away entire herds overnight. Behind every headline, there's a face, a name, a story, and a fight to start over. What happens when the land you know turns against you? Who stands with the people who keep the food chain alive? This documentary digs into the human side of disaster, not to dwell in despair, but to reveal strength, strategy, and the will to adapt. When nature won't wait, how do farmers stay one step ahead? From the Great Plains of America to the savannas of Africa, livestock producers are rewriting the rules of survival. This farming documentary follows their path, where ancestral knowledge meets 21st century tech. Rick Thomas, a Kansas cattleman, grew up watching the skies. Now, he watches his phone. We've installed barn sensors that send real-time alerts, he says. If heat or ammonia levels spike, I know instantly. That instant can mean the difference between a normal day and an emergency. In Kenya, herders use solar-powered GPS collars to track cattle during droughts. In northern Australia, drones help monitor grazing patterns and fire risk. In Iceland, sheep farmers use weather-predictive AI models to plan lambing schedules around sudden freezes. But not all resilience comes from machines. Mongolian nomads still read the wind and snow. Vietnamese farmers build livestock shelters on stilts, techniques passed down for generations. The goal is the same everywhere: act early, act smart. But one critical question echoes throughout this farming documentary. If we can build satellites to predict weather, why can't every farmer get a warning in time? Technology isn't enough. What matters is who gets access, how it's shared, and whether it respects the way farmers work. Can we stop reacting and start preparing? Every farmer knows recovery is slow and painful. That's why many are calling for a shift from damage control to forward planning. In the U.S., federal support like the Livestock Indemnity Program and emergency aid exist, but farmers like Charles Miller say it's not always enough. We need more than compensation, he says. We need better forecasting, better infrastructure, and someone who understands this life. Around the world, governments and communities are stepping up. In Mongolia, public hay reserves buffer harsh winters. In Bangladesh, SMS warning systems now include alerts for livestock evacuation. In the Netherlands, flood-adaptive barn designs are becoming standard in low-lying farms. But top-down policies only work when they connect with bottom-up knowledge. Why not let ranchers help design the solutions? Asks a farmer from Wyoming. We know the ground better than anyone. This farming documentary brings forward these voices not only to highlight the challenges, but to spotlight the innovations that emerge when tradition and progress work hand in hand. Because behind every act of preparedness, there's a farmer making hard choices with limited time and sometimes limited support. This farming documentary isn't about despair. It's about dignity, grit, and the deep-rooted will to protect a way of life. Whether in the Mississippi Delta or the Himalayan foothills, livestock farmers face the future with a foot in both worlds, honoring the past while stepping boldly into what's next. They teach us that disaster doesn't define their response, and that true resilience isn't built in crisis, but in preparation, partnership, and passing down knowledge. Because at its core, farming isn't just a job, it's a legacy, a story worth telling again and again. 30. And this farming documentary is just one chapter in a bigger story we all share. Deer farming in the farming documentary focuses on raising specific breeds for venison or antler production. With millions of deer farmed worldwide each year. In New Zealand, home to over 1.2 million farmed red deer, The breed's large size and adaptability make it ideal for producing 45 million pounds of venison annually, primarily for export to Europe and North America. In the United States, particularly in states like Minnesota and Wisconsin, white-tailed deer thrive in cold climates, with a winter survival rate of 95% in managed herds. Meanwhile, in China, the world's largest producer of velvet antlers, over 70% of global antler production originates from Sika deer raised in provinces like Heilongjiang, where their nutrient-rich antlers are highly valued in traditional medicine. These regions highlight the strategic pairing of breeds with environments to optimize productivity in the farming documentary. The harvesting of velvet antlers in this farming documentary is a meticulous process that prioritizes the well-being of the deer and the quality of the product. Farmers first administer anesthesia to ensure the animals remain calm and stress-free during the procedure. Using specialized tools, they carefully remove the antlers, which are then immediately placed in cold storage to preserve their freshness. In New Zealand, velvet harvesting typically occurs in the spring when antlers reach 10 to 12 inches, with a single deer producing 2 to 3 pounds of velvet annually, generating $400 to $600 per deer. Farmers describe the process in many farming documentaries as both demanding and rewarding, as attention to detail and humane practices are essential to meet high export standards. With over 10 million pounds of velvet harvested globally each year, particularly in China, this process underscores the skill and dedication of deer farmers. Deer antlers, rich in collagen, calcium, and amino acids, are processed into health supplements and traditional medicines, fueling a global market worth over $1 billion annually. In the farming documentary, China dominates with 70% of production, while New Zealand excels in premium exports, packaging velvet within 2 hours of harvest. The U.S. supports a niche market for antler-based supplements, showcasing the economic and nutritional value of this sought-after product. Ethical considerations in this farming documentary highlight the balance between economic gain and humane practices, a critical debate in an industry worth over $1 billion annually. Farmers take proactive steps, including maintaining clean enclosures, reducing veterinary costs by up to 20%, and using anesthesia during velvet antler harvesting to minimize stress and pain. In the United States, farms operate under USDA standards, while New Zealand and China enforce similar regulations to ensure compliance with humane protocols. For example, New Zealand's velvet is typically harvested in the spring when antlers reach 10 to 12 inches. And global exports of velvet exceed 10 million pounds annually, reflecting the industry's focus on ethical and sustainable practices. Transporting deer for meat requires careful planning to ensure animal welfare and product quality. Deer are typically transported in specialized trailers designed to minimize stress and injury with adequate ventilation and bedding. Upon arrival at the processing facility, humane handling practices are followed according to strict guidelines, such as USDA standards in the United States or similar protocols around the world. The carcasses are then skinned and de-haired by burning. The meat is then divided into marketable portions, with a fully grown deer yielding 60 to 80 pounds of clean meat. Advanced freezing technology, such as flash freezing at -40 degrees Fahrenheit, can preserve freshness for up to 12 months. This process ensures high-quality venison that meets export standards for global markets, such as Europe and North America in the farming documentary. In a farming documentary exploring global deer farming, New Zealand, China, and the United States each demonstrate unique approaches to deer farming. New Zealand is a leader in venison production, exporting over 16.5 million pounds of venison annually, with farms focusing on high-quality meat and velvet production. In contrast, China dominates the global velvet antler market, accounting for 70% of production, largely driven by large-scale farms in Heilongjiang province. These farms produce millions of pounds of velvet each year, primarily for the pharmaceutical industry. The United States, while smaller in scale, focuses on niche markets for venison and antlers, with farms like those in Wisconsin managing up to 5,000 deer annually. Each country adapts its practices to its environment, with New Zealand's red deer thriving in its temperate climate, while U.S. white-tailed deer and Chinese Sika deer are known for their resilience and antler quality. /14. In addition to information about the breeding process, care and economic values that the deer farming industry brings, we will continue to provide you with challenges and future predictions from Trending Farm's personal perspective in the next part of the video. Please like and continue to follow our journey until the end. China's pig farming industry is the largest in the world, accounting for nearly half of global pork production. According to the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs, China raised around 700 million pigs in 2022. The country is also the top consumer of pork, with over 50 million metric tons consumed annually. Industrial-scale farms are increasingly common, with companies like Muyuan Foods and New Hope Group leading the shift toward high-tech, large-scale pig farming. Despite challenges such as disease outbreaks like African swine fever, the industry continues to modernize and expand, driven by both domestic demand and export opportunities. China's pig farming industry strictly adheres to biosecurity protocols to prevent disease outbreaks, especially after the African swine fever crisis that affected millions of pigs. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Affairs requires farms to implement disinfection procedures, control access to farms, and quarantine new pigs. These measures are designed to protect animal health and prevent the spread of infectious diseases. Modern Chinese farms are increasingly equipped with advanced surveillance systems that operate 24/7 to monitor the health and behavior of pigs around the clock. At facilities like Muyuan Foods, more than 10,000 cameras are deployed across the farm, allowing real-time monitoring of the animal's condition. trained monitors analyze data from these systems to quickly identify any health issues or behavioral changes, ensuring timely intervention. This system not only improves animal welfare but also optimizes the overall productivity of the farm, significantly reducing labor costs and improving efficiency. Automated feeding systems play a vital role in pig farming in China, streamlining the feeding process and ensuring pigs receive the right amount of nutrition at the right time. These systems help reduce waste and labor costs while promoting optimal growth. The investment in an automated feeding system can vary widely, typically ranging from around $14,000 to $70,000, depending on the size of the farm and the complexity of the system. While the initial costs may seem high, the labor savings and improved feed efficiency often make it a worthwhile investment for many operations. On large pig farms in China, like those run by the Makihara Group, the waste treatment process transforms manure into valuable resources. Each farm generates tens of tons of manure daily, which undergoes solid liquid separation and anaerobic fermentation to produce biogas and nutrient-rich slurry. This biogas serves as cooking fuel, while the processed slurry fertilizes over 2,000 acres of land, reducing local farmers' fertilizer costs by about 200 yuan per acre per year. This circular economy model not only addresses waste disposal issues, but also generates significant profits, with annual organic fertilizer sales reaching approximately 171,000 USD. Livestock waste, often considered a nuisance, has significant value to the agricultural industry, especially when managed properly through waste management systems. By converting manure into organic fertilizer, farmers can improve soil health, improve crop yields, and reduce their reliance on synthetic fertilizers. From an environmental perspective, waste management systems offer many benefits. They reduce the risk of pollution by reducing nutrient runoff into waterways, which can cause harmful algal blooms and other ecological problems. Furthermore, by recycling nutrients back into the soil, farmers can create a closed-loop system that conserves resources and supports biodiversity. Chinese farmers often work closely with various food factories along the pork supply chain. This includes partnerships with food factories, transport companies, and agricultural marketing organizations. This cooperation helps ensure the continuity of pork supply from farm to consumer. When pigs reach the required weight, they are transported to the food factory in specialized transport trucks. Each truck is covered with sawdust to prevent pigs from slipping when standing on the truck. A transport truck can carry around 200 pigs for long periods of time, ranging from 8 to 12 hours. Careful management of the movement from farm to food factory helps Chinese farmers ensure meat quality and optimize their economic production process. As soon as the pigs arrive at the food factory, a dedicated team of experts ensures every step is meticulously managed, maintaining the highest standards throughout the process. After humane processing, the meat is quickly transferred to a cold storage room, where temperatures drop below 40 degrees to effectively prevent any bacterial growth. Once the temperature stabilizes, advanced intelligent machines take over. Capable of processing up to 2,000 pigs an hour, these machines divide the meat into even portions and conduct rigorous scanning to detect any foreign objects or extra bones, ensuring your food is safe and clean. With incredible precision, each piece of meat is thoroughly inspected, giving you confidence in the quality of what you are about to eat. But the process doesn't stop there. Each portion is vacuum packed to preserve freshness, professionally labeled, and prepared for distribution to supermarkets and stores. As you consider the journey from farm to food factory, you can feel good knowing that strict standards and modern technology go hand in hand to deliver delicious pork. Isn't it comforting to know that behind every delicious meal is a dedicated process focused on quality and safety? Leave your comments below to let us know. And don't forget to subscribe to Trending Farm to continue following the mysteries behind the giant food factory you're thinking about. We begin this farm documentary by exploring the sheep transport process. Sheep transport involves specialist vehicles designed for efficiency, safety, and animal welfare. These vehicles, powered by powerful 600 horsepower engines, can carry hundreds of sheep per trip in a cleverly designed 4-compartment system. The compartments ensure optimal space, comfort, and ventilation for the animals during transport. Advanced handling capabilities reduce sudden movements, minimizing stress on the animals. In addition, these vehicles often feature automated loading and unloading systems, streamlining operations and saving on labor. Combined with modern equipment, the transport process becomes a seamless blend of care, efficiency, and cutting-edge agricultural technology. In our farming documentary, we explore how these areas are designed to support efficient sheep farming. After transport, sheep are grazed in 2 main areas on farm and outdoor grazing, each designed to optimize health and productivity. On-farm grazing refers to pastures within farm boundaries, often managed with rotational grazing. For example, in regions like Australia, paddocks are typically 10 to 20 acres each, allowing for periodic rest and regrowth. In this farming documentary, we address the challenge of providing year-round feed for sheep, relying on efficient harvesting equipment. The Jaguar 25 single-row forage harvester 300 horsepower ensures fast, precise cutting. While the John Deere 8500 400 horsepower and 7980 up to 625 horsepower excel in high-capacity harvesting. Combined with the Valtra 6300 tractor 160 200 horsepower and Elho 240 rate 2.4 meters working width. This setup maximizes harvest yield, ensuring high-quality feed for sheep year-round. In this farming documentary, we showcase the Fendt 930 at Don Weiss Farm, where it uses a 2210 Grouser blade on 3 Fendt points for efficient silage preparation. With 710 double gears, a 12,000 lbs rear axle, and joystick controls for precise adjustments, this tractor excels in heavy-duty tasks. The New Holland T7.315 tractor 313 horsepower works seamlessly with the Big Bowler 1290 high-density square baler for efficient hay and straw baling. With a bale density of 120 kg M3, it maximizes productivity and reduces handling time. Priced around $200,000, this combination offers significant savings through enhanced efficiency, reduced labor costs, and improved storage and transport. After baling, farmers rely on transport equipment like the Anovi AR-B2 self-loading bulk trailer, self-loading bale carrier Demi-Mix T18, and RBM 1400 Anderson self-loading bale carrier. The Anovi AR-B2 has a capacity of 18 bales with a robust hydraulic system priced around $40,000. The Demi-Mix T18 can carry up to 18 bales and features a self-loading mechanism, costing approximately $35,000. The RBM 1400 is designed for larger operations, handling 14 bales and costing around $45,000. These machines drastically reduce labor time and improve productivity, enabling faster and more efficient transport compared to traditional manual methods. The Bal Express multi-bale feeder in this farming documentary efficiently handles round and square bales, reducing tractor movements and simplifying loading. Its adjustable design allows compact stacking, while a tilting elevator ensures precise feet placement and prevents contamination. With capacities of 6 to 10 bales and advanced features like the FeedLink app and onboard weighing, it boosts large-scale feeding efficiency. Siloking's Trailline Smart 5 mixer and Trioliet's Gigant 500 self-loading mixer both have a capacity of 5 M3. With the Gigant 500 self-loading mixer eliminating the need for a truck. It has a capacity of 2 M3 is designed for smaller scale use and is mounted on a wheel loader or telescopic handler. Its compact design makes the Cyplo MB1500 ideal for use in tight spaces and stable. The Sirigstad one-touch feeder delivers precise feed distribution at up to 500 kg/hour, reducing waste by 20% and cutting labor by 30%. Built for durability, it handles silage and grains efficiently, making it ideal for farms of all sizes. Experts in the farming documentary praise its reliability and ease of use, boosting productivity and sheep health. The final part of this farming documentary, Trending Farm, looks at machines that help distribute mulch indoors and outdoors. The WSB140Z straw blower by VDMJ Machinery excels indoors, efficiently distributing straw in tight spaces. For outdoor tasks, the Kverneland 86 provides precise handling, while the BalExpress multi-bale feeder optimizes feeding for round and square bales, ensuring efficient and uniform distribution. Together, these machines streamline operations both indoors and outdoors. What other equipment does sheep farming require? Keep watching this farming documentary to learn more.